Who's here on Ashley Rodriguez? All right, come forward.
Oh, yes, I've conferred with the state.
All right, is she on the docket?
I believe she is, Judge.
No, I mean the person who's back there coughing.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Excuse me, miss, are you on the docket? All right, so I'm gonna have to ask you to wait outside and we'll call you when your son comes up. All right, so where are we on discovery?
I've received everything except two large body cameras, which I've requested. I believe the paralegal will be preparing those. I will file a breath test, standard discovery order. I've conferred with the state. They need to reach out to someone for extending an offer. We asked the court reset it for another setting to see if we can make some progress.
All right, Norma, recall this in 30 days for discovery. All right, March 31st.
Thank you, Judge.
And just 1 second, let me see what page is she on? All right, thank you for addressing appropriately for court. Just have a seat and then he'll bring a reset form to you, okay? Thank you. You're welcome. No, Norma, this plea is happening today on Amadean. No, I mean, this note I have. This keeps getting, oh, okay. Who's here on Amadean? Amadean Smith?
Yes.
Are you all ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And what is going to happen with, I have a 2024 CR 01037.
That will be taken into consideration, Your Honor.
Okay. And have you all conferred with probation,
Regarding what, Your Honor?
this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, court is calling 2023 CR 8440 and 2024 CR 3014W. State versus Ahmad Baya. All right, Jordan Smith. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris, Salem.
Todd Lessert for Mr. Smith.
And are you Mr. Smith?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so if you all could not block the line of vision of probation, thank you. Mr. Smith, did you review the documents entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision and First Amended Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And cause number 2023 CR 8440, you were placed on probation for the offense of harassment of a public servant on March 4th, 2024 for a term of 8 years. And in 2024 CR 3014W, you were placed on probation on March 4th, 2024 for a term of 8 years for harassment of a public servant. Is that you in both of those cause numbers?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state, are you proceeding on the same allegation in each motion? All right, you may proceed.
On or about the 21st day of March 2024 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Ahmad Bayone Jordan Smith committed the offense of evading arrest, detention in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that, true or not true?
True.
State waives the remaining violation allegations, Judge.
Any objection?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1 in each cause number, the court could fine you, well, you're already been found guilty, but the court could sentence you up to 10 years in the prison? Did you understand that by pleading true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1 in each cause number?
Yes, Your Honor.
In each cause number, the court would find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Judge, revoke supervision, amend the judgment. The sentence Mr. Smith to 3 years of confinement in the penitentiary in each case.
All right, why should I follow this agreement? Anyone?
Your Honor, Mr. Smith has already taken responsibility for these matters. We're trying to resolve all of his pending cases in front of the system at the moment. Mr. Smith has a young son up in Kerrville he'd like to spend time with. He's a pipe worker, pipe welder by trade. Would like to be able to return to society as quickly as possible to show that he can be a productive citizen. And we think that this is an appropriate punishment in order to resolve the cases before the court today.
What has he done on probation?
Very little, Your Honor. There was apparently some misunderstanding with the paperwork, and we decided not to take it very seriously. So he made a mistake in judgment.
So is there a reason why I should give you 3 years? Because it appears if you have not done anything on probation, the only thing you've done is commit a new offense. You want to raise your right hand?
Yes, sir.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand. What have you done since you've been on probation?
I've basically been in jail this whole time.
I guess I didn't take it that serious because they didn't have the paperwork whenever I went.
Okay, I don't even know what that means about, I've been in jail this whole time. I didn't take it seriously. So let's unpack some suitcases a little bit. I understand that he was to spend time, he was to get stabilized with Center for Healthcare Services. So where are we on that probation?
The information we have indicates that there's not really anything done on this case. There was a mental health screening we did earlier this month. He does have a Tacoma appointment on April the 8th. However, after being released, I don't show that he was reporting. So there's nothing that was done.
All right. You were released from custody. Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
After you were placed on probation?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. How old are you?
32.
All right. So you're 32. It's not as though you're 18. So you were released. Did you ever report?
I reported and they didn't have my paperwork.
All right. So did you ever call back to report again, or you just said you're done?
I called a couple times. There was no,
All right. Did you obtain any employment?
no, Your Honor.
All right. Did you follow up with Center for Healthcare Services?
No, Your Honor.
So where have you been living? Have you been living by yourself?
With my family, my mother.
All right. Were they aware that you were on probation?
Yes, Your Honor.
So why didn't you do anything? I don't understand that.
I thought they even, I don't know, I thought something went wrong with the courts or the paperwork.
And you thought, hey, they'll never find out and I'm just lost in the system?
I wasn't hiding anything, Your Honor.
I mean, but you knew you were supposed to report. And when you say you were living with family, what family member?
My mother.
Your mother?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I'm gonna give you a choice. This choice is up to you. And probation, I'm sorry, what are you recommending?
According to the court summary, depending on if the pending cases are resolved, continue on probation and hold in jail for DDRF.
All right, these are your choices. You have two choices and these are your only choices. So don't ask me for anything else. There are only two choices. I can revoke you. I will sentence you to 5 years in the prison. You do your time, you're done. How much time you will have to do or when they are releasing people for parole, that is one thing you can ask other people who are in jail. People in jail can tell you that, and they also can tell you when you're catching chain. That's what you can depend on inmates to be honest about and know something about. Everything else, I wouldn't take their opinion on legal matters. So either 5 years in prison, or either I'll deny the motion, alternate remand conditions. You're gonna stay in custody for that Tacoma evaluation. That Tacoma evaluation, how long is that taking? So it's April 8th. Those are your two choices. You have no other choices. Which do you prefer?
May I ask what the evaluation was for, Your Honor?
It's related to your mental health.
I guess I would prefer the evaluation.
Well, it's not guess. It's,
I prefer the evaluation, Your Honor.
all right. And what are you doing with the open cases? Because they can't do anything unless the open cases are disposed of.
Lead on the evading and will TIC the criminal mischief.
All right. And those are the only open cases he has?
As far as I'm aware, yes, Judge.
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, the court in each case is finding violation of condition number 1 true. The court will deny the motion, alternate amend conditions to include the Tacoma evaluation, follow results. And probation, if for any reason they don't accept him or say he's not accepted, let's bring him back to court and figure out what else to do. Yes. And you say the next phase for him is the Tacoma evaluation? All right. Is there anything else he needs, probation? All right, and there's gonna be no unsupervised contact. I'm sorry, there's to be no contact with minors until completion of parenting classes. So if you want to see your child, you need to complete parenting classes. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. And probation, after he's completed parenting classes, then it will be no unsupervised contact with minors. I like to do things incrementally. So once you've completed your parenting classes, then you'll be allowed to have supervised contact with minors. And then if you're doing well, I'll change it. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor. May
Is-
I ask if,
Sure.
if I could enroll in lifetime.
All right. Didn't I give you two choices?
Oh, my apologies.
No problem. All right. Is there anything else, probation? All right, thank you.
Madam President.
Yes. Here, our counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, counsel. I don't understand why he's not entering a plea of not guilty by reason of insanity instead of no contest.
I don't either, Judge.
All right, so it should be a plea.
That's been our dilemma.
I
Like,
will tell you what, if you want to come up, well, actually, Judge Rodriguez is supposed to do that. So it's supposed to be a not guilty plea by reason of insanity. You do a bench trial and you do the steps the same way you would do plea paperwork. So is that,
I've done numerous
yeah,
NGRs.
so they're not,
But the problem, when explaining to him, he gets hung up on how you're supposed to enter the plea of NGRI. And he's like, well, I want to plead no contest.
okay, I tell you what, just have him,
So I'm kind of wondering, can we just do what would be tantamount to an open plea where he can plead no contest? But part of the evidence is the sanity report. And then either Judge Rodriguez or yourself can then look at the expert report and make that determination.
all right, so
Yeah.
I think he may be able to plead no contest though, from what I've read.
Okay.
So, all right, Amber Salazar. All right, state, were you able to tender an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, we did tender an offer.
And how are you doing today?
Doing good. How about you?
All right,
And Your Honor, we just received the discovery today,
okay,
but we also, in light of the offer that we received, what we would ask, instead of a longer reset, we're actually asking for a reset on Thursday. We think
Okay.
we're gonna most likely accept it. I just don't want to accept it without having viewed the,
all
So
right, Ms.
50
Ferguson,
gig.
if you recall this for February 27th. All right, we'll see you back on February 27th.
thank you. Excuse, Your Honor.
Yes. Tyron Eds,
Yes, Your Honor.
yes.
The investigator sent me those three motions so she could get paid on those.
All right, is this case already closed?
Oh, yes, Judge.
Okay, I don't
Yeah, he
understand.
got 25.
Let me see. Let me check to make sure in the
It
system.
was a family violence case.
Okay. And you had posted your hair thing. I'm loving it.
Oh, thank you, Judge. Yeah. I mean, I didn't really need it, but like I just thought I was seeing a little bit of thinning, so I just wanted to fill it in before,
No, it looks great.
Thank you.
Oh, and congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah,
I'm excited.
we're due in July.
Oh, Gino.
That's a boy.
Oh, okay.
So
'Cause
whatever.
I was gonna say you could name it after your travel buddy.
Yeah, well, we might do Alexander Gael Faugs, we'll see. I
Okay.
tried to do like a really really like English name like Alistair, but my wife said no. No,
Okay,
Alistair.
I'm with her with Alistair. People would say, where is this coming from?
Exactly. So Alexander it might be. So we have Alessandra, she's about to be 5, and then Alexander. So
Oh, that'll be awesome. All right, so on this case,
this is our first true setting, Judge.
Mhm.
We came in, I think, last week or the week before to just get the bond set.
mhm,
We've been in discussion with the state today in regards to Ms. Diaz's case. At this time, it looks like it's gonna be a contested hearing. The only thing is that Ms. Diaz spoke with her husband yesterday. He's in the military and his home base is up in Seattle. But he gets deployed on special missions and things like that. So she spoke to him yesterday. He won't be available until May 8th. He can be available May 9th for Zoom, or in person, Your Honor. My
what is he, a
client-
witness?
I'd like to have him as a witness, yes. Ms. Diaz, currently lives up by,
In Fort Cavazos, Colleen.
in Killeen, Your Honor, with her son, so she made the choice to remain, so her son could not get uprooted during high school. So she lives here, doesn't have support here, so her only real family support is her husband, who's out on a special mission. But he will be back in May, and to make the court feel comfortable and safe about possibly granting our request to hold that MTR contested hearing until May 8th or May 9th. My client's currently out on bond. She hasn't had any issues. She currently has an interlock in her car, but she's willing to add a scram to her body, Judge, just so that puts you at ease, and also add zero tolerance to her bond conditions if she tests positive.
No, we're gonna have the contested hearing sooner than that. So the contested hearing is going to be in March. I'll allow you all to pick your March date for a contested hearing. What date?
Could I get back to you, Judge? I'll try to see if we can maybe find some way to contact her husband to see if he can be available. She told her yesterday that he couldn't be, but maybe we can find some way. If I could just maybe have a few days to come back to you with a date.
All right, I tell you what date I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna put it on probation. What dates? Tuesdays or Thursdays? All right, so we'll put this for March 25th.
Okay, Judge. Yeah, we'll try to see if we can do what we can do on that.
All right, thank you so much. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Ms. Ferguson, it's gonna be contested March 25th.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. And counsel, the reason why for that date is because she's on probation for a DWI and now we have a new application. All right. Court is calling 2025 CR 00293 State versus Ulaterio Espinoza. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state
Andrew Harris said on it.
defense?
Robert Gallo for the defendants.
And are you Mr. Espinoza?
Yes, ma'am.
Off the record for a moment. Norma, what page is he on? All right, is this the only case your client has?
It is, Judge.
All right, we're back on the record. Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Are there any applications?
No, there aren't.
Mr. Espinoza, did you review the document entitled admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with the, I'm so sorry. Did you review the true bill of indictment?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, yeah.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? All right. Did you understand you're charged with the offense of tampering with an electronic monitoring device as a state jail felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea? If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able, hold on just one moment. Let's go off the record for a moment. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses? Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him? Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense? Mr. Espinoza, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 1 year in the state jail facility. There's a $1,000 fine, no applications. This will run concurrent with 2022 CR 5282W. And has that case been taken care of?
It has, Judge.
All right. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense is at the plea?
It is. Judge.
State is at the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Yes.
State any evidence.
Be contained in exhibit 1 in attachment, Judge.
No objection.
All right, state to be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations of testimony and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge, we would like to.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
That's it. The plea bargain agreement that we worked out on the statement.
All right, is there any restitution for the ankle monitor?
They did not ask for any restitution. Also, they would actually give them credit for time served.
All right, state any restitution with regards to the electronic monitor. All right, the court will find you guilty, sentence you to $1,000 fine, time and money to run concurrent. There's to be 1 year in the state jail facility, credit for any time served. This is run concurrent with 2022 CR 5282W. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you. Yes, I'm gonna need some more time on yours.
Okay, I'm gonna run to the 399. I
All
just
right.
wanted to come check in.
Sure. Court is calling 2025 CR 0000107 State versus Joe Cantu. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
defense?
Warren Wolf for Mr. Cantu.
And are you Mr. Cantu?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Cantu, did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Your Honor.
Mr. Cantu, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
And did you sign it in all the appropriate places? You're charged with arson of a habitation or a place of worship. That's a first-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
I do.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement, counsel. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
I have.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
I do.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
I do.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Judge.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Mr. Cantu, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen?
I am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
I do.
According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 8 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. State recommends community supervision. There's to be restitution, if any, to Diane Ellison. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense is at the plea?
It is.
State is at the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
I did.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 8 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 200 hours of community service restitution, no harmful or injurious contact with Diane Ellison, and mental health evaluation. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Do you know contest, miss?
State any evidence. All right, and state, have you contacted the complainant?
The complainant is actually in the courtroom today, Your Honor. It's his mother.
All right.
That's Diane Ellis.
All right, thank you. And state, you may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it?
The paper with it. Yes, ma'am.
And state, you're offering the stipulations, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor. Thanks a minute, with this.
And did you understand, again, you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
I understand as well.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Judge, there's a request for a TAP evaluation. I don't know if you wanted to have that.
All right. So do you wish to proceed with sentencing?
We can.
All right. Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Mr. Cantu has some severe mental health issues,
Okay.
bipolar, schizophrenic. He's in the process of applying for SS benefits. It's unfortunate, the timing of all of this, because his mom, she's the lady with the mask on.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
She was dealing with her husband's illness.
Mhm.
And he passed away recently.
Okay.
So she was dealing with that and she couldn't help. And her son wasn't there to be there for her during that time, during the funeral. It really weighed on the family. There were some other cases that were also filed, but those have all been disposed of in other courts. So
Mhm.
there's nothing other than this case that's pending. All those other cases were dismissed. Affidavits of non-prosecution were filed by mom.
May I say something?
Just wait.
Sure.
Just wait one second. Let me finish.
Yes.
So I was able to get some of the paperwork from his mom showing the medications that he had been prescribed. And he was off those meds at the time that all of this happening. Our hope. And I wanted to thank the prosecutor, took all of that into consideration. And that's the reason he added those recommendations of mental health evaluation. And it's our hope that he be placed under the McMyoff unit to make sure that he's getting medication. He is indigent, I'm a court appointed, to make sure that he's getting assistance to get the medications that he needs. His mother is here in his support. She'll make sure that he gets to whatever appointments that he has to get to. And I know there's an issue of community service hours. There's a fine so that is recommended. As I said, I'm court appointed. I'm concerned about paying for whatever medications that he needs. Hopefully he'll get it on Social Security, but I know that's a hard road and there's a lot of delays with that. So to take that, the financial constraints into consideration.
All right. There was something you wanted to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Since I was 12, I've been helping take care of my parents. And with my dad passing, given the circumstance, I didn't get to say goodbye. And I don't want to make the same mistake when my mother, her passed away, and because of my legal issues, me being incarcerated and not being able to say my final farewells, or at least given the chance to take care of her, as I did with my dad in this last years of his life. And I don't want to make the same mistake with my mom.
Okay, let me ask you this. When all of this happened, was your dad alive?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to find you guilty. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated.
Thank you, Judge.
8 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. Restitution, if any, to Diane Ellison. There's to be no in-person contact with Diane Ellison. 200 hours of community service restitution.
Judge, no in-person or no harm.
No in-person contact. Once he is stabilized and I deem he is stabilized, then he can have contact. I may change it, but for now, there's to be no in-person contact. So you can speak to her on the phone. You all can have video conferences. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, 200 hours community service restitution. The court is going to order anger management. Once he completes anger management, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied.
Judge, he did pay a course for jail.
I completed the anger management course before.
All right, you have to tender that to probation and then I'll make a decision on whether or not I'll find that as satisfied.
Understood.
There's to be proof of employment at SSI within 45 days. There's to
Understood.
be no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. There's to be MIC, MyOff eval in custody, regular reporting by Zoom or in person,
Yes, ma'am.
regular random UAs.
Yes, ma'am.
There's to be a TAP evaluation in custody. There's to be no contact with minors. And again, that will change once you're stabilized and I deem that you're doing well, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And there's going to be a referral to mental health court. State. On this case, if mental health court accepts him, are you open to doing a motion for new trial? Because they won't accept if the person has been found guilty.
I'd have to take that advisement, Judge. I mean, he has sort of a little bit of a record, so we just, that's just concerning. But I mean, we would take it under. some
All
type of
right, so
advisement.
what we'll do is we'll do a referral to mental health court, and then if they accept him, then you all can make that decision at that time.
Okay, good.
So I'll do a referral to mental health court. Mental health court will be able to have a more intensive supervision of you and have more contact with you.
Understood.
I'm limited in the resources that I have,
Yes, ma'am.
but the only way you're allowed in mental health court
Mhm.
is if you don't have this as a conviction
Understood.
or on probation for it. They do, they will take you on, and then if you complete everything, it's their form of a pretrial diversion.
May I ask a question, miss?
Sure.
You said no contact with minors. I help take care of my nieces and nephews, and I mentor to them, and I read them the Bible and teach them about church and things like that.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
So I'm gonna have to wait until you
Yes.
deem otherwise.
Yes.
Understood.
All right. Probation, is there anything else that's needed? Is there any, field visits, one time per month until further notice. All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
I think you did pretty good, miss.
All
Thank
right,
you.
so in this court, to be successful, communication is key.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you're having an issue, come to me, let me know if probation is not addressing it, okay?
Okay,
I want you to be successful at this. They want you to be successful.
me too.
All right. All right, good luck to you. I'm sorry, did you review the trial court certification of defendants' rights to appeal with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
I do.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Understood.
All right, good luck to you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
If you
Thank
need
you.
anything, I'm serious. Let your probation officer know. If
Yes,
you
ma'am.
feel as though they're not addressing the issue, you can always come back here, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you. miss.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Gabriel Medellin, Gabriela Medellin.
Present, Judge.
All right, and she'll come down. All right, I'll see if I have that. All right, thanks. All right, so where are we on discovery?
Judge, this is our first setting. I would just like a 30-day. We have most of the discovery, so she can come in and look at it with me.
Okay,
I've been conferring with Megan, and that'll give us an opportunity to decide what we're gonna do.
all right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 30-day reset on Medellin for discovery?
Very good pronouncement.
Huh? March 31st, I thought you said March 1st. Okay,
I'm conferring on my other case from yesterday.
all right, thank you. And what page is she on, Norma? All right, you need to make sure you're on time next time. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you for dressing appropriate for court. Have a seat, and they will give you a reset form.
Thank you, Judge.
Joe Anthony Martinez. Who's the attorney for Joe Anthony Martinez? Oh, I'm sorry, John Anthony Martinez.
My name is Ian. I'm covering for the attorney that also the attorney of record for John.
Welcome, welcome to the 187th.
Thank you, Judge.
That's 187.
Mr. Leo Martinez has a contested matter that he could not be here for, so I'm covering for him. My understanding that it's his first setting and that Leo has some of the discovery he's still taking a chance to review and make sure that he has the rest of it. And he's asking for a 30-day reset.
All right, State, were you able to tender an offer?
Judge, we needed a setting to get with our complainant before tendering an offer.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. Can you recall this for 30 days for discovery and for State to tender an offer? All right, April 1st. And what page is he on? All right, let me see. All right, once you sign the reset form, you will be excused. Just have a seat and they'll get the reset form to you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. All righty, so we're currently in jury trial, so I can't take this up for trial.
But he is, on behalf of Mr. Herrera, he's voiced to me his desire to have a trial as quickly as possible. So is that correct, Mr. Herrera?
That is correct.
Okay, so, State, would you all be ready for trial on this next week?
Your Honor, our complainant is at the moment 38 weeks pregnant.
Okay,
And so we would be asking for a little bit more time. Additionally, one of our other witnesses, the outcry witness, has the flu and is currently sick with that. So we just found all of that out yesterday. We discussed it with Mr. Bonk. So the state would be asking for a little bit more time than next week.
all right. You have any objection to an oral motion for continuance?
On behalf of my client, yes,
All right.
he's ready to proceed. So,
All right, so you're gonna have to file a motion for continuance. Are you available to come back tomorrow?
yes, Judge.
All right, so we're gonna recall this for tomorrow
Thank you, Your Honor.
and we'll do a motion, well, Thursday.
Whatever, I'm ready for whenever you tell us to be back. We'll be here.
All right, recall it for Thursday and you'll have to file a motion for continuance and then the court will hear it and make a ruling.
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Your Honor. Should we be expected to proceed on Thursday with trial if it's
No.
granted? Okay,
No.
I wanted to know just for
All
witness
right.
purposes. Thank you.
And the reason why I say that is because the 27th council, as you know, is a big docket for us. So if I don't grant it, you'll need to be ready next week.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank
All
you.
right, so this will come back on the 27th. And State, if you'll just email Mr. Bonk your motion for continuance.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
We'll be back Thursday.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Judge.
you.
You're
Your Honor.
welcome.
I'll see you Thursday. All right. Thank you, sir.
Who's here on Noel Valderas? Oh, how's it going?
Judge, I had initially turned it in, saying that we were ready, but my client has since asked if we could reset this.
No. All right. Court is calling 2017 CR 1914W State versus Noel Martinez Valderas. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state defense? And are you Mr. Valderas? All right. Did you have a chance to review the documents entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision, First Amendment Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision, and State's Motion to Supplement Pending Motion to Revoke Probation? Did you review those documents with your attorney and did you understand them? Are you the same Noel Martinez Valderas who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2017 CR 19, just one moment, off the record? Was this ruled on by probation? He's still on deferred adjudication, correct?
I think this is adjudicated November of 22.
Okay. All right, then I'm missing, y'all are correct. All right, then the First Amendment motion to enter adjudication of guilt, that has previously been ruled upon. So did you review the motion to revoke community supervision and State's motion to supplement pending motion to revoke probation with your attorney, and did you understand it? Are you the same Noel Martinez Valderas who's placed on community supervision in 2017 CR 1914W for the offense of hindering apprehension felon on November 18, 2022 for a term of 4 years? Is that you? All right, State.
Violation of condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant Noel Martinez Valderas did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the month of March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December of 2023 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true? State.
Violation of condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant Noel Martinez Valderas did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December of 2024 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? You're gonna need to speak up.
True.
Thank you. Any objections to the state's waivers?
No.
Did you understand by pleading true to violations 4 and 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 4 years in the prison? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violations of conditions 4 and 4? Court will find violation of condition 4 and 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is not, Judge. The state is asking that you revoke the defendant's community supervision and sentence him to 4 years in TCJ based upon the evidence that he has absconded from the jurisdiction of the court since 2023.
All right, in defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, in concurrence with my client, he's asking the court to consider some other sanction and reinstatement of probation. Conferred with him. I think I've asked him all the questions that I anticipate the court would ask him. What happened at the time, what you've been doing, why. He has indicated that at the time, he was not in a financially stable position that helped him with the conditions that were set by the court. As far as location, Judge, I think he lived on the west side. Probation was sending him, I think, far north side. He's indicated that it was difficult. He didn't have any family support at the time. He didn't have any help with transportation. And at that time, he wasn't working. Since then, Judge, he has indicated that at least for the last 2 years, I mean, he hasn't picked up any new cases. The last 2 years, he has had employment. Since then, I think at the time he was living with his sister. He now has an apartment. He has indicated that he is in a much, much better place that he's ever been in his life. He's much more stable. He has a daughter. He's paying child support. He has this employment that is willing to wait for him. They understand that he's in custody, but he has this job waiting for him. He has his apartment waiting for him. Obviously, that's going to be at a loss. And so he is asking for monitoring or any other type of conditions that the court deems appropriate so that he can get back to work and maintain what he has built in this short time. I know that I anticipate you have questions, Judge, and I think he's ready. I don't think he has a good excuse, but he is asking the court for a little bit of mercy. I think probation has a different recommendation. I think it was ISF. I have explained what that is. I think his concern is what that will do to him in the future. I mean, obviously, he's going back to 0. He gets the law, Judge.
All right. Now, I'm going to ask you some questions, but before I ask you some questions, I want you to know where I'm coming from. Because I always think it's best to know where people are coming from, that people are not just being mean. Because I don't like people to be mean just for the sake of being mean, right? All right. You were previously placed on deferred adjudication in this court. And do you know why I motioned to revoke? Let me have you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you yield will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record. All right, so you were previously in this court for deferred adjudication for this case. Why was a motion to revoke filed against you for that? Do you remember why?
No reporting.
Yes. And so on that one, you didn't report for March and April in 2018. And I do remember cases that come before me. I know that they give you a SID number at the jail. People are moving to seeing people as numbers, but I don't see anybody as a number that comes before me. And what I can tell you is I remember you. And what I did was I continued you because you said you had your life together and you were going to do this and you were doing this. And I know that everybody who comes through before me, I always tell you, if you have an issue, let the court know. If there's a financial issue, I realize people have financial issues. People think that attorneys and judges, all of them are independently wealthy. And I will tell you, we are not. And I know the struggle is real financially. I've been through the struggle is real financially. Because I will tell you, there was a point in time, I was just sleeping on a borrowed couch. I had an apartment, but my friends from law school said, "Hey, Stephanie, we have this sleeper sofa. Do you want it?" I'm like, "Yes, I do." And my friends carried that sleeper sofa over. I pulled it out one time and slept on it one time as it was meant to be slept on. Didn't do it again because that bar was right in my back. So I just slept on a sofa till I could afford to do better. So I tell you that story to let you know I understand about finances, right? I understand that there are places that the VIA bus doesn't go because I used to ride the VIA bus, but you just ignored your probation and I can't allow that. So you were here previously before for not reporting for 2 months, and now you've been missing for the equivalent of 2 years. Tell me, how did you end up being picked up? Because that warrant has been out there for you.
Was traffic stop.
Traffic stop for what? What did they say you were doing?
So I was in backseat, but it was my sister, she was driving and her sticker had expiration.
So I'm not going to continue you. I don't think you're a good candidate for probation. I know you mean well, and I know, you say you have your life together now, but I mean, you've been missing for 2 years and you previously have been missing. So I understand, and I understand with your counsel saying that you have your apartment, you're getting your life together, but sometimes you have consequences, you got to answer for them, okay? All right, so do you have proof that he has his life together? Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is finding violations 4 and 4 true. The court is going to sentence you to 3 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? I'm sorry?
He did not sign it, Judge.
All right, you're not going to sign it?
I will, I thought
Okay.
I'll sign it afterwards.
Sure. All right, if you'll have him sign that, please. All right. So you have a limited right to appeal. The right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on probation. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. So I will tell you this, when you're released, if you can't find a place to go, if you're homeless because things have changed since you've been in custody, if I'm still here, you can come back here. I'll pick up the phone and find you a place, okay? All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Yes. I mean, I don't want to be a witness called on a civil case because they tend to last forever.
They do.
But then I don't know, if we need a vacation, we can be called over as witnesses. All right, so where are we on this case?
Judge, it looks like, Mr. Hernandez is having some trouble with the, I don't know, e-discovery, maybe not him, I'm sorry, e-discovery is giving him trouble,
Okay,
with, the JNs. I did look on our Veripic, we have everything on there that I'm aware of, on the right JN number. And I asked if he wanted to bring a hard drive or a thumb drive. And then I don't know if there's anything else that you might address.
Yes, there's also a potential conflict that I need to look into. I was reading the file today and there's a connected case that's, I guess, stems from the same transaction, Judge. And I need to just investigate that to make sure that I don't have a conflict.
all right. Norma, recall this for March 17th. And that's to address the conflict. And if there's no conflict, then you could bring the thumb drive or whatever with you at that time. All right. Once he signs the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you.
Hey, are you a Chicago Bulls fan?
No, ma'am, it was just cold this morning.
Oh, well, you take that off. How dare you?
I will.
They say that if you look at that bull
Upside down.
upside down, yeah, it's a robot.
Oh,
Okay.